Hey, what is up guys, Mr. Manplays here, welcome back to the channel. The champion training tournament just started and this is an interesting one. This will give you a 3, 4 or 5 star split soul, well it's not really a split soul, a soul stone I guess, for Lady Mikage. Lady Mikage is one of our, let's say, free to play mythical champion. You can actually craft her by fusion summoning. But before jumping straight into this champion training tournament and start spending your resources to get these rewards out of the way, I'd like to give you a couple of things to consider. Maybe this might change your mind a little bit. So first of all, let me get the news event. Champion training, check this out. Look at this. This is a bit different than the usual soul stone because this is bound to your level. So basically, if you're level 1, between level 1 and level 50, you can get a 3-star perfect soul. See up there. If you're between level 51 to 70, you get a 4-star perfect soul. And then if you're between 71 and 100, you get a 5-star perfect soul if you're first in your tournament bracket. One thing to consider is that if you're between 71 to 100, you need to spend 20,000 at least. Not really spend, but you need to get at least the minimum requirement for you to get this perfect soul. If you don't meet the minimum requirement criteria, even if you're first in your tournament bracket, you will not get this. So this is one thing to keep in mind. Now let's look at our tournament bracket. Obviously, if you're not going for Lady Mikage's split soul or perfect soul, you're at least going for 15,000 because all these rewards are really good. You can get the mythical skill book, mythical skill books. I keep telling you they're super hard to come by. You cannot get them anywhere besides events and stuff like this. Then you get some Titan points, pretty good. You get 150 for 8,100. You get some 50 primal shards. At 100 you can craft a primal shard to summon for mythics. And then also the 500 points for your altar of souls. Whenever you get 1,000 of these, you can buy your eternal soul stone. Let me tell you a few other things to keep in mind with this. And that is, if you do your champion training now and you start leveling up your champions and you run through a couple of resources, you spend some resources and obviously you rank up whatever you need to finish this up, you need to keep in mind that this might drag you down in your clan versus clan event, because clan versus clan is next week and this ends in only 3 days. So this will not be a double dip with your clan versus clan. So you need to keep this in mind. If you go for this now, you will also probably run through a lot of your resources and whenever you go train champions to get points in clan versus clan too. So you need to keep this in mind as well. And then another thing to consider is that depending on what level you are, if you are like myself, 65, or if you are in second bracket and this only allows you to get 4 stars, let me show you here. So if you're like up to level 70 and you only get the 4-star perfect soul, you need to keep in mind that for mythics you cannot buy the upgrade or the soul split. The split soul, sorry. If, for example, let's say you're low level and you're thinking to get for the 3-star and you're thinking, oh, maybe you can upgrade in the future and get a 4-star or 5-star. No, for mythic champions, you cannot really do that. You need to consider this as well if you're going for the perfect soul. Because let's say if you would have had the legendary perfect soul and you would have get the 4-star or the 5-star, then you would obviously save a couple of red shards, right? And then possibly in the future you'll go for the 6-star, same as I'm showing you here. So for example, now I could buy Skeletor for 300 red shards. Obviously I'm not going to buy anything for Skeletor. First of all, I cannot afford it, and second of all, I'm not buying a 6-star for Skeletor. I'm buying for a champion that's going to be like super impactful. So yeah, keep that in mind too. We were quite lucky actually. We pulled a couple of soul stones and we've got ourselves the 4-star for Lady Mikage alongside a couple other nice ones. I've saved them here. Probably in the future, if I get myself a second mythical, hopefully one of these I'm again going to awaken it. Talking about champions, if you create a new raid account with my download link in the description below, you can get yourself 2 free legendaries and 1 S tier epic. You'll get yourself Corrado by downloading the game, and then you can use Supreme 6 as a promo code, and then at level 15 you'll get S tier epic Uugo. If you need some free champions or if you want to try some new champions, go ahead and create yourself a new account using my download link below. But as you can see, we already have our 4-star Lady Mikage, so there's no point for me to go train any champions in this tournament, and I'm gonna save my resources for clan versus clan. But if you have Lady Mikage and you really want to have that extra, extra stats you get and the blessing, she's definitely worth it. You can go for it, even if it's 3 stars, 4 stars, or 5 stars. Obviously 5 stars is the better one because it gives resistance and accuracy. She needs accuracy to land her debuffs, stuns, defense down, and all her debuffs in arena. She doesn't really need accuracy in PvE. No, she doesn't need accuracy. I'm using this in PvE first form. This increases attack by 50%, you already know, and critical damage alongside full team ally attack. One last tip before you start your champion training progress. You might as well be better on waiting for another 3 days and 15 hours and do this in the last 5 hours to see, how hard everybody else went through. Besides that, other things worth mentioning is that we still have the gear removal, or better said, free gear removal for another 6 days. Almost 7 days, 6 days and 10 hours. We have a new summon pool just started, a press shard pool. There's quite a few interesting champions here, especially in the legendary area. There's Tetsuya, very good damage dealer. There's also Harima. She's super good in arena. I think she's super good anywhere really. She has really interesting kit, defense, decrease attack debuff on all enemies. Then you have decreased defense. Interesting. She has provoke as well. Then there's Jintoro as well. This guy is a monster in clan boss. If you have Lady Mikage and you pair her up with Jintoro, I don't really want to know how much damage you can get with the clan boss. Probably at least 150 million if you build them up, obviously. There's a few epics as well. The only epic I really like is Burangeri, because this guy can solo Bomal. Bomal is a very peculiar boss, I would say, in Cursed City. This guy up here. And this epic can solo Bomal. Another epic that can solo Bomal is also... There you go, found her. Lady Annabelle. Lady Annabelle, she's also a really strong epic that can solo Bomal. But yeah, think about it. And let me know what you think about this too. Because I feel like if you don't really need that 3, 4, or 5 star, you should keep your resources for clan versus clan. But if you have her and you want to get that blessing, go for it. She's definitely going to benefit out of this. Especially if you go for the 4 stars at least to get the critical damage alongside attack, defense, HP, and obviously the buffs you get for your aura. Yeah guys, that's pretty much I wanted to say in this video. I felt like this is an interesting take, and probably it's good for you to consider it at least as well before jumping into this tournament. Alright guys, that being said, hope this bit of information helped, and if it did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.